Hello everyone, this is Shawnee. Welcome back to my channel. My first video of 2025 was about a collection of books that helped me build my English skills, so I thought I would end this year with another book related video to echo that a little bit. But this time I'm going to be sharing some casual reads. I picked out my top 5 books from this year, and I hope they will give you some insights, some few ideas for your 2026 reading list. Let's get into this. So book number 1, How We Learn by Bennett Carey. Believe it or not, lifelong learning will be a major task for the rapidly changing world. I really like how this book explains the scientific stuff behind learning, like thinking of our brain like a film crew. I talk about this book a little bit in one of my previous videos as it connects with my own English learning habits. I feel like I was very lucky that I somehow bumped into the right things when it comes to learning this language. But what I am impressed by this book is how it presents what is behind the famous Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. It explains well why some people remember words like forever because they understand a new word based on their understanding of previous words, so they can connect their pieces of information in our mind all together, and these words do not go away as the curve will predict. Anyway, I think this is a very good read, whether you are studying for a text, for personal growth, or maybe just for fun. Number 2, The Steal Like an Artist Journal by Austin Kleon. It is not technically a book. It is a journal, a guide on how to become more creative and interesting. I can't believe I made this book like 10 years after it came out. I think it was like published in 2015. I haven't finished it yet, but I already feel like it is a treasure for me. It forced me to think about many things neglected, and it encourages me to go out there to discover, to feel, to try. I found this journal, I found this book connects to Austin Kleon's other 3 books, Steal Like an Artist, Show Your Work, and Keep Going. I read all 3. They're presented in very lavish illustrations and drawings, and provide me some good insights into it. These books are very similar to this book, How to Be Interesting by Jessica Hagee, a book I interested in before, but I have to say that they are way better than that. Austin really sets up many useful and practical methods, which makes this book not only just the empty talks. It doesn't just tell you what it's like to be creative, it tells you how to do it. So with my curiosity, I went out to check out Austin's YouTube channel and his TED speech, introducing some very good notes taken by other people. I start to marvel at, oh my god, how creative some people can be. So no big terms, no science things, just very plain get-going manual. I like it. Maybe consider get this book as your Christmas gift or something like that. Next up is a collection of inspirational life lessons drawn from a kind of modern stoicism. It is another book showing people how to maintain a fun, good life and passion and curiosity and stuff like that. Man, I can't imagine how many lifestyle and self-help books I read this year. I don't know, maybe like a lot of us, including me in my 20s, are kind of in a big mess. Although I don't agree with everything set out in this book, some pieces come in handy for me. The poison of good reputation encourages me to focus on my own progress and improvement instead of constantly comparing myself to other people. Even though we can't control ourselves doing this if we're still living in a world, trying to do it less often might be good. The Book of Worries suggests that many worries are not worth worrying about in the first place. When we write them down, make them visible, we can actually come to the conclusion that these things are not bad at all. The things you buy leave no trace, teaches us what you own does not matter, and how do you feel matters. I don't chase luxury. I don't even want a new iPhone as long as the old one still holds up. I don't care about fancy hotel, went out for a trip or something. I'm still wearing a coat that I got like 8 years ago. As long as I feel very good about it, I don't even care if other people think I'm poor. In fact, I am destitute, I have to say. You may say stoicism is a lie. You're right. Next, what you can change and what you can't. The ad for this book is to entirely know yourself. And it appealing? So I finished it. At the beginning of this book, the author talks about how our understanding of human nature has shifted over time. Long ago, when people lacked scientific knowledge about personality and behavior, human traits were simply attributed to the will of God. But as psychologists and neuroscience developed, we started to understand how personality is shaped. Martin Seligman argues that our truths come from two major forces: gene and environment. A trait that is strongly genetic tends to be more resistant to changes, while a trait shaped by mainly by environment is usually more malleable. With that foundation, the book systematically discusses a range of emotional problems, personality tendencies, and behaviors, what can change and what cannot, and why. My biggest takeaway from this book is that the emotional problems such as phobias, anxiety, and anger are actually quite changeable. But honestly, reading this book didn't give me a very fancy feeling that I can't change everything about myself. I think that it is not that kind of motivational book. Instead, it helped me to understand why some personal struggles are so persistent and why others respond well to the right kind of intervention. By the way, this book is quite academic at times. I wouldn't call this a very perfect book or a life-changing manual, but it offered some valuable clarity and more grounded perspective on personal growth。那最后一本呢，就是这个叫高敏感是种天赋啊。书的封面上写着，每5个人当中就有一个是高敏感族啊。我从小就特别讨厌吵架啊，吵完架能膈应很长时间那种，感觉我对周边环境的变化就有点太敏感了，但是我想改呢又改不掉，控制不了，于是就觉得自己好像可能不太正常，对吧？甚至都有点自卑了。然而今年某天在看视频的时候，我就看到有人说，好，有的人好像天生就比别人敏感，然后我搜了一搜，就发现了这套书。那书不好意思，那书背后列出了7个特征，我对照了一下，除了面对大量资讯容易焦虑这一点不是特别明显，其他6项全部命中。然后我最近呢又测了一下 MBTI， 出现的结果是 INFJ， 好像是说高敏感的人似乎在原始部落里面是那种守夜人的基因啊，为了手表 for the watch
，for the watch。
所以高敏感呢和进化有关系啊，写在It keeps getting me in trouble. Damn， 就是这本践行篇里面76页写着这么一句话。高敏和内向型的人更喜欢做自由职业，他们乐于展现自己的想象力和创造力。他们不需要养一大家子，完全可以靠很少的收入过活。他们喜欢独立工作，赚到的钱够用就行了，剩下的时间可以好好休息，做其他感兴趣的事情。Ain't it wonderful? It is like a holy little subtle humble dream. Okay, so this is my favorite books I read this year, but I found a very weird thing. I haven't read any classic fiction this year. It is like miserable. So I will force me to read more fictional and classic next year. Maybe I will start with Hemingway, Ernest Hemingway, and I'm gonna start to finish some big board books like this famous Anti-Fragile. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you like it. See you next time. Bye bye. So I thought I would end this year with another book recommendation book. Recommendation book? What the fuck? It's a mosquito here.